remember that tape where you had that guy, I can't even remember, Knopf, I think it is, running for mayor in Cleveland, and some guy in the background is going like, "Boo,
Boo.
Ben Knopf, boo,
Boo Seder.
boo,
Boo Seder. That'll be my new co-hosting
Seder,
technique.
Boo,
Boo Seder. Seder lies.
Well, here is a moment where Ted Cruz is facing off with a Donald Trump fan who is surrounded by other Donald Trump fans. Now, there's a couple of things I want you to think about here that are really fascinating. One, it's just funny to see someone as odious as Ted Cruz meet up with someone who I also probably, if I had to spend some time with them, would find would be odious too. But to see these two odious people square off at each other, that's always enjoyable. Also, contemplate this moment where a Donald Trump fan does a similar thing. If you are one of those people who are afraid that Hillary Clinton might lose in a general election, if a Donald Trump fan did something like this to a Hillary Clinton, if it would come off in a different way, that would hurt rather than would hurt the Donald Trump fan, or at least Donald Trump's campaign, as opposed to the candidate. And then lastly, just to sort of counteract that, listen to what this guy complains about Ted Cruz at the end. It's an incredibly substantive complaint, which I tend to agree with. All right, here it is.
I think anyone that wants to be president owes it to the people of this state to come in front of you and ask for your support. And I'm running to be everyone's president, those who vote for me, even those who don't.
We don't want you.
Well, you're entitled to your view, sir, and I will respect it. In fact, I will
Do the
protect.
math.
I will protect
You know, you ask
your
cases
rights.
to drop out. It's your turn.
Well,
Take your own words.
now I'm curious, sir.
Time to drop out.
When
sir.
Donald doesn't get to 1237, are you going to call
Donald's,
him to drop out?
Donald's definitely going to get to
No, no, he's not.
1237.
No,
No,
he's
he's going
not.
to get more than 1237.
Let me ask you something, sir. What do you like about Donald?
Everything.
Give me one.
Everything.
Give me one. Can you pick anything?
The wall.
Okay, the wall.
That's the main thing.
All right.
Immigration. Building the wall.
All right, hold on a second. Now, do you know on the wall that Donald told the New York Times editorial board he's not going to build a wall, he's not going to deport anyone?
You're lying. Once
Well-
again, lying Ted.
Well, sir, actually, civilized people don't just scream and yell at each other. I'm not yelling at you.
I'm yelling everybody.
Do you know that Donald's words were caught on tape? The New York Times recorded the whole thing, publicly
What about your
reported.
mission?
That's a total lie made up by
Oh,
Donald
lying.
Trump's
Okay,
campaign.
lying Ted.
Let me ask.
Career politicians have killed America.
Let me ask
You are the problem.
Let me ask you
You are the
something, sir.
problem,
All right,
politician. You are the problem.
Can I ask you something?
No.
Can I ask you
No.
something?
You are
Out
the
of all of
problem.
the candidates, name one who had $1 million judgment against him for hiring illegal aliens.
Name one. that
Donald
is
Trump is the
self-funded.
Uh,
That's right.
Okay,
Not
so
you.
so you
Not
like
you.
rich people
Where's
who
your
buy politicians?
Where's your Goldman Sachs jacket at? We know your wife works there.
Where's your Goldman Sachs jacket? So that is this guy attacking Ted Cruz mercilessly. And I have to say that, look, imagine Ted Cruz looking as helpless and hapless as you can. That's what he looks like in this.
Well, can I just add? I mean, just in terms of
Boo,
having us,
Michael Brooks, boo.
boo, so Seder, boo. No, but Ted Cruz is literally the last person in politics. Like the notion that he thought, I'm going to go over there and use the old Ted Cruz likability and personal persuasion skills.
Well, that's the problem that
It's
Ted
like,
Cruz
it's
has in this
delusional.
situation, is
Delusional.
that here you have a guy who's being really rude but funny, right to his face. And what's amazing, because, you know, if you look at that Ben Knopf, that famous Ben Knopf thing where he's running for mayor, you know, it's funny. I laughed, and I watched that 1,000 times, and I laugh hard. And my daughter watched it.
But you
she
sort of
laughed.
feel for
But
him
you
a
sort of
little.
feel bad for the guy because the guy has a certain likability. And, you know, even if you don't, I had no idea what the guy's politics were, but you sort of feel bad for him on a human level. What's astonishing about this exchange is that I don't know if you could find anybody in the country. I don't think you could find anybody outside the country. You could find someone, I don't know, from the furthest regions of the globe and just put them down. And you know how they always do these things like where human beings respond to other human beings regardless of the context. Like you could turn the volume down and this and that. I don't think anybody would feel an ounce of empathy for Ted Cruz in this situation, which is beautiful. Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.